What's up, guys? So today in this video, we're gonna get into why online courses don't work for most people. This is a huge problem, and actually to discuss this with me, I have one of my most successful students of one of my courses, Jared Curry, to discuss this with me. And basically the goal of this video is to help you guys realize how to actually get the most out of online courses, what's the right path to get, how, in general, how to learn and get to your goal as fast as you possibly can by taking shortcuts using mentors. So basically the first thing that I want to cover, the biggest problem that people have with online courses is just the expectations that they go into them with. See, the problem is with the online course industry, in order to sell an online course, you have to sell a dream. And you kind of have to sometimes even sell a dream that's maybe unrealistic. A lot of times they use testimonials of showing people that have got really good results really quickly, and that's just not how the real world works. Like, it takes time to build up a skill over time and become a master at it, and that's what allows you to make a good income. Most of the time when you see testimonials of people that grow really fast, it's either one of two things. They either got lucky and their business is built on like toothpicks, or secondly, they had years of experience beforehand, and because of this initial knowledge, pushed them over the edge to be able to grow really quickly. So when you join any program, you should come in with the expectation and your goal is just to learn and grow your skill. Your expectation is not to get rich in 3 months, right? Or get a client in 1 day. That's just not realistic expectations with a course. But Jared, the first thing I want to talk about and get your perspective on is, what did you notice different about our course, Six Figure Agency, but also what allowed you to have success with the program? Like, what were your struggles at the beginning? Like, how long did it take you? Just like a quick background of your story.
100%. So, as Billy says, I own a seven-figure agency, and now I'm the head coach for Six Figure Agency Elite. And one of the biggest things that I've seen, because I've invested so much money into online programs, and I know you've invested a lot too. I think you did a video about that. But I've invested tens of thousands of dollars in programs, and the thing that I found really interesting was a lot of programs are kind of like factory farms, right? And that means they cram a ton of people into the program, and they're looking for that 1% of people. So let's say they have 2,000 people in the program or 1,000 people in the program. They're looking for the 1% to be their best case studies, and then the rest of the 99% they really don't care about. It's kind of like a survival of the fittest type of thing. Whereas with Six Figure Agency, there was a more intimate environment, because it all starts off with the community, guys. If you don't have a solid community to support you on your journey, because I'll be honest with you, it is not going to be easy. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of hard work. So if you don't have a supportive community around you, then you won't succeed.
So Jared, with that in mind, there's been people in my course, and pretty much with every course out there, there's people there that do really good, and then there's people that do average, and then there's people that do below average or barely anything. What do you think separates those categories? Like, what made you successful with the program where somebody else could have the same exact program and not be successful with it?
Guys, it all starts off with mindset. At the end of the day, like Billy said, it's not going to be an overnight success. So you guys have to realize that, hey, if I'm investing into this program, I'm doing this to level up as a person. If you guys want to own a six-figure company, you have to become a six-figure human being first. So you guys need to level up, and you need to understand that what you're doing right now is just to develop the skills. You're putting in the work now so that you can reap the rewards later on. Now, with that being said, business is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So you have to understand that you're going to put in a lot of work today, and you won't see success tomorrow. You're not going to see success the next day. It's going to take months to start seeing those results truly come in. And I think that's the one thing that separates a lot of the successful people in Six Figure Agency from the ones that aren't as successful, is the fact that they understand that, hey, I'm learning my skills now so that I can eventually in, a year, 2 or 3 years, have that hockey stick effect, right? Because everyone thinks there's overnight success. It's really not. It's about 2 to 3 years of struggling first, and then you have that overnight success.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like with any other role you could possibly work that has a six-figure salary, like being a doctor. You got to gain all the skills first, and you make literally zero money, and then you have all the skills, and then you make a six-figure salary. It's literally that simple. It takes time. You got to have the baseline skills. Even if you had the best course in the world on how to become an NBA basketball player, you're not going to go from nothing to being an NBA basketball player in three months. Not even a year, not even 2 years.
And it all stems from this one thing, and it's instant gratification, right? And we've been conditioned from a very young age, especially if you guys are millennials, especially if you guys are my age, right? And Billy's age. We have social media. We have something that people didn't really have back then. We have instant gratification left and right at our fingertips whenever we want. There's dopamine all over the place. And because of that, it's honestly hurting you guys, unfortunately. It's hurting me. It's hurting everyone. And, you know, it's interesting. Stanford actually did an experiment where, you know, there was a kid, they put a bunch of kids in a room and they gave them a marshmallow. They say, hey, you can eat this marshmallow now, or you can wait and you can get a second marshmallow later. Guess what? The kids that ate the marshmallow right now, they were way more likely to go to jail, way more likely to be in poverty, and less likely to accomplish their goals. Whereas the kids who waited, because they knew that if they just waited a little bit, they would have success, that they would get their second marshmallow, they were way more likely to become wealthy. They were way more likely to accomplish their goals, way less likely to actually go to jail. So, guys, this is a perfect example. You have to understand that you're not going, I call this the marshmallow effect. You're, as an agency owner right now, you have to realize that as you scale your agency, you're not trying to get the one marshmallow right now. You're waiting and saving up and making the commitment now so that you can eventually have the second marshmallow later on.
Yeah, another big key thing that I'll mention is too, like, don't expect to take the easy way out with a course or anything in general. You got to put in the reps every single day. Don't do one sales call a week and it's going to take you forever to get good at something like that. Figure out a way you can do 100, you know, if it's cold calls, if it's emailing people, messaging people, figure out how you can do a sales call every day. And that's what's going to make you a beast at the skill that you want to acquire. Not taking the easy way out of doing a thing here and there, you know, on the weekend, you know, whatever. You got to put in consistent work every single day, no matter what program you go with. All right, so one thing, and the reason that I'm making this, I know, a side note, is I just want to make this clear. The reason I'm making this video and the reason I made my course to begin with, my long-term vision is to completely rebuild the education system that we have. And this is the beginning, and that's why I'm covering this video with you guys, so you guys can get educated on how we're going to help rebuild the education system from the ground up. This course that I have now, Six Figure Agency, is just like, and this YouTube channel is just like this much of what the future, what I envision our future is like, just gigantic. It's infinite. It's like multi-billion-dollar business type stuff. Not that the money matters in this business, because what we're going to do is completely rebuild the education system from scratch. You guys know how messed up it is. Like, and pretty much just remodernize the education system. Allow it to be a way that's customizable to every student, because every student learns at a different learning speed and everybody's in a different place. A way that can go that way eliminates the need to memorize things that are unnecessary, because as you know, most school systems right now, all they do is you read a book and then you have to memorize a bunch of stuff and then you take a test regurgitating the information. What's more valuable than that is teaching people how to learn the information whenever they need to get it. Because we have Google nowadays, we don't need to memorize all of these things, but you need to know how to Google something to figure out the answer. So you don't need to memorize the Pythagorean theorem, but you would need to know how to figure it out if you needed to in the future. So that's some of the differences that the schooling system in general needs to make, and then also it needs to teach students how to live like a happy, fulfilled life, a successful life, how to communicate effectively with others so that you can communicate your emotions and you can tell other people how you're feeling. And yeah, that's just the very beginning. You guys know how messed up the school system is in general, but just thinking back on it, how much my life would be different. It's just insane. If I could have had a completely different first 18 years of my life, because I feel like my life honestly didn't really even start until I was 18 years old, and I started opening up my mind up and even being aware of these other opportunities and ways that you can be much more happy and fulfilled in life. Like, I couldn't even imagine how much different my life would be if I had known what I know now at 23 years old at like 10 years old. That's a 13-year difference. I mean, could you imagine what life would be like if we were able to help students be able to do that kind of thing? And that is the long-term mission that we have. So I really appreciate you watching this video right now, because you're contributing to that mission of helping us rebuild that education system. And I thought of all of the things that we could do in the whole entire world that would make the biggest impact on the world. And if we educate the children of the future, they're going to be able to do and solve every problem that could possibly occur. I thought, Elon Musk is solving the problem of, sustainable energy, going to Mars, and then there's problems like cancer, living longer, health and wellness and fitness. But if we look at the root of that, it all comes down to education. Because if we educate the students now, they can go on to solve all of these huge problems in the future. And I just thought that was the biggest problem, and something that I'm really passionate about that I think we can do with, and hopefully have your guys' support on that as well. So let's continue discussing some of these things that really you should look for in an online course, and if you have an online course, even how you can make it better or how you can get the most out of courses in general, just make your life better. So Jared, could you kind of jump in a little bit more? What are some of these things that we're making a change now that we've seen be more effective?
100%. So, guys, education is not the feeling of a pill, but the lighting of a fire, right? So, at the end of the day, I genuinely believe that Six Figure Agency Elite, or any program that you really go with online, is part of a stepping stone to allow you to achieve what you really want at the end of the day. That's what this entire industry is about. So, something that we've done in our own program is one-on-one support, right? We actually have daily coaching calls with a seven-figure agency owner, myself, and on top of that, we have a sales coach now who will actually come in, review your sales calls, and help you guys out, because guess what? We can give you videos, and that's what a lot of other programs do. But what's going to happen when you guys have questions? What's going to happen when you just need a helping hand and you need someone to walk you through step by step what to do? You just need a mentor, guys. You just need a mentor, guys. At a very young age, I had Billy as a mentor. And that's the reason why I'm here talking to you guys right now, because I had a mentor, and we want to be that mentor to you right now. We know a lot of programs out there are kind of fucked up, and they're really just going to go ahead and give you a bunch of videos, and they're not going to give you any support to really help you out because they don't care about your success. We genuinely care about your success, and I want you to succeed.
So as you guys know, we have this six-figure agency course, the regular course with videos and all that stuff. It's an amazing program. The only problem with it is it doesn't have the energy and the personal impact of like you would think of if you were in an in-person classroom with 30 people. If you were in an in-person classroom with 30 people, you would have the environment, you'd have a feel, you'd have friends in that area, you'd maybe even have some people that you maybe jealous of, that they were challenging you a little bit. But that's a good thing. We have a really great environment, and I don't think there's much jealousy, to be honest, because we're like all adults. But regardless, we have people challenging each other, and it's a really great environment. The reason I brought Jared on as part of my team is because of his energy. This guy is the best coach that I've ever met in my whole life, I think. And the results that people have gone after his coaching has been just insane. There was people that had been in my regular program for 2-3 years, and then all of a sudden, 1 to 3 months after Jared coaching them, they built a six-figure agency. I've never seen a success rate so high with the coaching program before. And another part of that is just keeping the numbers limited, so that way we can have the personal impact. And that's pretty much what we built. So to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully this helps you in general, regardless of if you're interested in our program or not. But if you have a social media marketing agency or you're interested in starting one, with this coaching program, we're actually going to guarantee you 6 new clients guaranteed if you want to go ahead and join it. Like Jared said, it's coaching calls every single day. You get access to the regular six-figure agency course with all the videos if you need it. But the real value in this is the community and Jared coaching you every single day. We have some one-on-ones, but we have a group of daily coaching calls every single day where the energy is really high. We get you motivated. We bring on special coaches every single day. It's just freaking awesome.
Guys, I've been where you are. I've invested a lot of money into programs, and I didn't get any results, and that's why I'm here. That's why I decided to partner with Billy and to help people and help our students really have success, because it's like this story that I like to tell. It's about this man, and he's walking down the street, and he actually falls into a hole, and the walls are so steep, so high, he can't get out. This guy walks along, and he says, the man in the hole says, "Hey you, I'm stuck in the hole, can you help me out?" Guy doesn't even pay him any attention, keeps moving. Then a doctor passes by, and the man in the hole shouts up, "Hey doc, I'm stuck in the hole. Can you help me out?" The doctor writes out a prescription, throws it down the hole, moves on. A priest comes along, and the guy in the hole shouts up, "Father, I'm stuck in the hole. Can you help me out?" Priest writes out a prayer, throws it down the hole. Then a friend comes along. The guy in the hole shouts up, "Hey Joe, it's me. I'm stuck in the hole. Can you help me out?" You know what Joe does? He jumps in the hole, And then our guy in the hole says, Joe, are you stupid? Now we're both down here. Joe says, yeah, but I've been down here before, and I know the way out. Guys, I've been where you are. I've been in the hole. I'm coming back into this game to jump in the hole with you and show you the way out. If you guys are interested in 6FA Elite, click down below where we actually guarantee you 6 new clients. If it's a good fit, great. I'd love to have you part of the program. If not, no big deal.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See ya.